Okay, now we've got a show.
NERDSoul.
Late LK at OneYoungsta, holding it down, bring you that street geek and nerd soul. What is up, my people, today? Oh yeah, we are continuing another wonderful special episode of Doing the Most Good in the Hood with Marvel's Defenders. And we are in the third episode where now our pieces are sliding together. Now, we got a couple of little, puzzle pieces in here, but I'm going to focus on two things. First up is the process of Black Sky. In Daredevil season 2, we got to see Elektra's body taken and placed in the coffin, but we didn't get to see like the surrounding ceremony of it. And what was interesting to me is how seriously they took it, like the garments, how they wrapped her, how they handled her body with such care, the kind of cloth that she was in when she was almost looking like she was mummified, how Alexandra or Weaver, how Alexandra kind of sort of regarded her, even her body before they had brought her back to life. It's almost like she was like a distant friend or a daughter or something like that. Like you could tell she had an attachment to the Black Sky. Now, it may be just because it's a means to an end, but it did kind of hit me in a way where I was wondering if there was something more important about the Black Sky that we might learn about later on when it comes to Alexandra's character. And we learned that, after pouring in the blood and the ashes and everything, that of course she comes back to life. But we learn who Elektra is about Black Sky, and we learn who Alexandra is, because we get these small moments of dialogue where she talks about seeing that darkness that Elektra saw many times, which kind of starts to solidify the point that she had been dropping hints on in the last couple of episodes, where you can kind of tell that she must be older than we think. And maybe that stuff is just catching up with her and she's about to die for real, but we'll see what's going on with her life and her mortality, I guess, as the episodes go on. But I just really love the process, because as we found out who Elektra was, or who Black Sky was when she gave her the box and she was like, "This is who you are," we learned who Alexandra was when she was talking about that darkness, about how she's seen it many times, she's lived many lifetimes. So we're starting to peel back layers on who Alexandra is as well, and maybe what makes her so powerful. Now, of course, you have kind of like Daredevil and Jessica Jones. We got Luke Cage meeting, of course, Danny Rand for the first time, and them kind of having it out with words. And Luke Cage's character kind of explains my issue that I have with Danny Rand, and kind of with like Batman and stuff like that, where it's like, dude, you're a billionaire, like $2, $3, $4 billion or something like that. Like, you could solve a lot of this city's problems without even putting on a suit. But I like the fact where Danny Rand didn't just completely dismiss that, but he was like, you know what? I haven't been using everything that's available to me. You know what I'm saying? So I like how he flexed his weight, because what you could do is, use the business side to kind of like sort of shut the hand down, and then also use your kind of investigative, kind of like warrior side to kind of, maybe mop the floor with a couple of lower cats. And I like how we saw Iron Fist come into his own. The bad thing is that we should have saw a scene like this in his own series, but I think that this episode did a good job of starting to redeem his character, because he stopped being so guilt-ridden, and he kind of like took it, he owned his stuff and was like, yes, this is who I am. I'm also a businessman. I need to use my business to the best of my ability to be able to stop corruption and stuff like this. So it was nice to see the speech that he gave when he came in the room. Also, when he talked to the young lady that was like investigating, that was like looking up on the computer. It was really nice to see that he was just able to kind of come into his own so quickly. And I guess, we're the time passage between his show and this show, but it was just nice to see that because I feel like this is something that we did not get on his show. So with that, we got nothing left but the hallway scene that we have seen in the trailer. And I think by now in episode 3, we've seen everything that's in the trailer just about. So everything from here is going to be brand new-ish for you. But I like how we got an extended part of that boardroom fight. And I like how Luke Cage came out of nowhere because Iron Fist, he got rough and tumble with it, but it got to the point where Iron Fist was literally just overwhelmed with just the sheer number of bad guys in there. Luke comes in, I love how Luke just throws people. Dude don't even have to fight. Dude just throws people wherever. But it was interesting because Daredevil was like, you know what, look, you say you already know how I am, so look, just give me your scarf, I gotta go. And dude parkours all the way up the steps. But what I thought was funny was, like, Jessica Jones just took the elevator up, like, yo, dude, you could've just took the elevator, I don't even know why you did all this. But the knockdown, drag out fight between, of course, Daredevil and Elektra is what really capped off this episode for me. Because him recognizing and realizing it was her, or at least thinking it was her at the end of the episode, I think really brought this thing full circle. And these first 3 episodes really, they really fit nicely. Like, they really feel it's a very good build, and this is a very great payoff for these first 2 episodes. And I'm very, very pleased with what they've been doing because I was kind of worried after the first episode because I was like, I don't know how this is gonna play out. But the show is going smooth. The show is going smooth. I'm happy, especially where Iron Fist is now, because I feel like he's really making up for 13 hours that I feel like were problematic. So guys, holla at me, I'ma holla at you. Down in them comments, let me know what you think about episode 3 of The Defenders. I'm having a good time, so I hope you are too. And I gotta tell you to hit up thatnerdsoul.com. That's right, check me out. All my videos are there from the oldest, newest, latest, greatest, and all of that. Then hit up shop.thatnerdsoul.com and pick yourself up a t-shirt, player. And don't forget to get one for them playettes. Then come back here, like, comment, subscribe, and share that Nerd Soul. That's right, there's no better way that I could tell you, like what you are watching, unless you share. So, LA, what up? VA, what up? RVA, you got my heart, and please be good to yourselves. Be good to each other, and check it. If you ever go in a boardroom, you might want to take a stick, a pocket knife, something, because you never know what might hop off. Peace.